The first step in the sales process is prospecting for customers. It is the step which we identify potential customers, aka prospects. The definition of sales prospecting is when an inside sales rep makes an outbound approach in hope to create opportunities for account executives. The goal is to develop a database of likely customers and then systematically communicate them, hoping to convert them from potential to current customers. Prospecting tactics include phone calls, direct mail, email, and voice messages. The primary goal of these marketing efforts is to qualify a recipient as a prospect or someone who may have the need of your business products or service or not.
The process of opening the relationship is very easy. It involves the action of just making first contact with the potential future buyers. This can be done by sending an email, making a cold call, or simply greeting a customer as they enter a business. The objective of the seller is to begin a strong, friendly, and positive relationship with a potential buyer within the initial moments of meeting them. Sellers do this by determining and practicing a good opening dialogue to use on potential customers. What they hope to gain by this is more sales and positive relationships with the business. A good person to use for the process of opening the relationship is a charismatic, well-spoken, and energetic person that will elevate someone's mood when they talk to them. This can include cold calling, which is the action of dialing numbers of people you don't know and trying to sell them stuff over the phone. It's very important to be good at opening the relationship when you're cold calling, because if you're not interesting, people will just hang up the phone on you. The opening the relationship actions of the sale process is very important because it sets up how you're perceived by your buyers from the very first contact.
Qualifying is a process that allows you to find out whether a lead is actually a prospect. A prospect is someone who has the potential to become a customer. Leads, on the other hand, are just potential prospects. If you don't qualify a lead, you may be wasting your time with someone who literally can't buy from you. So what happens when you don't qualify leads? You're essentially throwing darts in the dark. You'll waste time and energy chasing down wrong leads, barking up the wrong tree. You may be at risk of wasting time, missing opportunity, closing bad deals, not knowing how to sell them, and unable to close deals. When qualifying questions, you usually start out asking a few basic questions. These questions are designed to identify the necessary qualities that any prospect will have. For example, if you're selling education saving plans to people who don't have children, then don't plan on having them as prospects. So in that case, your qualifying questions should be designed to quickly identify childless leads. So there are three main areas you want to focus on your questions. That is customer profile, needs, and decision-making process. For customer profile, you want to see how well they match your ideal customer profile. How big is the company? What industry are they in? And where are the ideal customers located? The next is needs and the decision-making process. So you want to be looking at how the decisions are made. For example, some organizations may have a 12-month purchasing process. If you need to close the deal in 3 months, that's no good to you. Also, if you have business-to-business selling, the person you speak with in particular of the company might not have authority to buy. So when qualifying happens, it can usually take place during the initial cold call, during the sales presentation, or both. Some salespeople like to do basic qualifying during the cold call and then qualify further during the sales appointment before they start their presentation. Others prefer to do more qualifying during the cold call, reasoning they don't want to waste time on an appointment that isn't likely to yield anything. Also, qualifying at the basic level probably relies also on a few stock questions, but if you decide to qualify more deeply, you may need to come up with more customized questions asked. This is particularly true if you're selling more than one product and you want to determine which product is the best match for a given prospect. One of the best sources of qualifying questions is your current customer base. Look at your very best accounts, the one you wish every customer was like. You want to search for commonalities in those accounts.
Presenting the sales message. It is important to keep the message as short as possible, including all necessary information. Have an introduction, middle, and an end. Body language is a key factor to engaging with your audience. You have to have a full knowledge of your product or service, having the correct statistics and facts to back up your points, and having a unique selling point. Presenting your sales pitch clearly and effectively is one of the key skills to get your message across. Knowing your audience and preparing for the presentation is essential. The way you convey your presentation can have a massive impact on the outcome. Knowing your body language to use and different things like keeping your eye contact, using visual aids, and keeping focus throughout the presentation is important. The factors of a dynamic delivery are seen as 55% body language, 7% content, and 38% voice. Rather than just mentioning the benefits of your product, you should give its unique selling point. If you're up against other similar brands, they will have the same benefits, but your unique selling point could be the reason you stand out.
Closing the sale. The close is the step where the prospect makes a decision to purchase a product. This is the most important step in the sales process. It is of paramount importance that your closing words are powerful. These closing words should be stated with confidence but not arrogance, while removing any doubts or objections in the prospect's mind. If you're unable to close the sale at that moment, it is very important that you set a follow-up date or provide them with your contact information clearly for a follow-up close. There are different ways to close a sale. There's a psychologically oriented close. This is becoming an increasingly popular method in the sales process as the seller creates a sense of urgency to get the prospect to act more rapidly. Another type of close is a single obstacle close. This is a rather straightforward type as the salesperson removes the obstacle that is preventing the prospect from making a sale. For example, if a prospect wants to purchase but can only afford a certain price, the salesperson could offer a discount that aligns the selling price with the prospect's budget, thus removing the obstacle so that the close can occur.
So there are many benefits to promoting good after-sales services. These benefits include an increase in sales, increase of loyalty of your customers, and an improvement in your performance, and also an element of differentiation between your competitors. Step 1 being thanking your clients immediately after their purchase. If your customer has just made a purchase, then they deserve a thank you, whether by sending an automated email after their purchase or a thank you note added to the invoice, especially if it's written by hand. You make your customer experience more attractive and you show that he chose well by doing business with you. Step 2 being contact with your customer after 1 to 2 weeks. 1 or 2 weeks after the purchase, it is beneficial to contact your customer to ask them if they're satisfied, received good service, or if they have any questions. This contact serves only as a mark of attention, not to sell them more. The goal is to know that his appreciation of the product or service have sold. Step 3 is to maintain communication. You can continuously maintain communication with your client by sending an e-newsletter to inform them about the topics that affect them, or by offering information through articles, videos, guides, and webinars to help them advise them on their needs. Step 4 is to suggest a second sale. Now that your customer has confidence in you, it is time to offer another sale, offering them a new product, service, or something related to their previous purchase. Step 5 being to ask for recommendations. If your client appreciates you, there is no reason not for them to recommend you. Happy customers will be eager to help you offer your services or products to those around them. Their opinion will be more taken into consideration than an advertisement. With an automated sequence of personalized emails, you can easily follow up with your customers and they'll give you the best chance to retain them and make other sales. And the 6th step is customers and their reviews. Customers shall be deemed with a proper platform to register their feedback and complaints that must help the business to change and modify their products according to the interests of the customers. Today, in this era of internet, customers share their reviews very easily on their social media by posting a relevant picture of the product received and used. This way of giving reviews also brings in a lot of people to order and try the products, which are indeed beneficial to the organization.